Hi, welcome to a video made by a blind person. Yeah, too blind to care what the visuals look like. I'm gonna watch the top deals video again for next week, but nothing popped out at me. Although I should pick up a couple of things because I am just downright out of a thing or two. I've got just errands to run this weekend. Waiting is the heart of the beast with door-to-door transportation, which is why Uber, it seems like a no-brainer. Why not take that more often than not? Because from a purely financial standpoint, it makes more sense to take door-to-door transit. Door-to-door transit is $2.50 a trip. Uber is $5, if you're lucky, more like $10 a trip. I mean, one way. And when you're going from my workplace to my home, you're probably looking at more like $20 for one way. And I refuse to take door-to-door transportation home from work under pretty much any circumstances because that place has multiple doors, and door-to-door transit drivers have this difficult habit of not knowing which one to go to, and they will go there, spend 5 minutes trying to find you, and if they are not able to find you, you're screwed. They'll leave without you. And the stress of that and the confusion of the random employee that doesn't know who I am and shouldn't have been put in that position, but since the driver doesn't know where to go, they ended up being the one to answer the door or interact with the driver. I mean, it's just too stressful of a situation. I went through it once and swore to myself I'd never let it happen again. And that means door-to-door transit doesn't take me home. So if my preferred ride service isn't available and there's not anyone else available and I refuse to take door-to-door transit, the only option left in a situation like that where I need to get home from work and there's no one else available is to take Uber. So I just would rather not be on my last Uber dollar when I'm going home from Walgreens or the postal box place. Okay, well, I just set it up. I set up Walgreens and Starbucks. That's a huge part of my life, is figuring out, making door-to-door transportation arrangements, thinking, gee, I wouldn't mind leaving, but I probably can't. What's my door-to-door transit ETA? Yeah, do I cancel the door-to-door transit or do I get an Uber? Well, can I afford to get an Uber? It's not that expensive, but do I have a way to get to work or get home from work, rather? But I think it also depends on where you're going. I mean, from my workplace home is a good chunk of change. From my place to, say, Starbucks or my bank or a place nearby, that's not a big deal. My window to go to, where am I going first? Walgreens, I think, opens at 1:45. Then it's kind of Walgreens home, Starbucks home. That's what the rest of my afternoon is going to look like, and by the time I get home for good, I mean, I think my window going home is like 6:15 to 6:45 or something. Yeah, by the time I get home, I'll be ready to be home for the night. After my friend left, there was a lot that happened, some of which I didn't vlog, but I mean, it was, by the end of living through it all at like 7 o'clock at night, I was like, well, not even 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm going to edit all of this and put it up tonight. We'll get to the really messed up part of it next time. 1:52. My door-to-door transit to go to Walgreens is going to show up any second now. I've been trying to do some editing. I've done a little bit of editing, and until they get here, since I know that it's going to be one of their vehicles, one of the ones that actually knows better than to sit around and just not even try to find me and then leave, I might be able to sneak another few seconds to a minute of editing in before they show up. If it gets too much later, I might go outside anyway, just because they're supposed to be here by now. But I do want to try to edit while I can, you know. A big chunk of this I'm going to be deleting. That's what editing's all about. Hello? Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, for the last time, is there anything else I need? I just thought of something else I need. Now, that better be all I need. I think I've got everything I need. I better have everything I need, because door-to-door transit pass. Okay, that better be all I need, because I don't have time to think of anything else and go grab it. Wasn't really vloggable. Well, some of it might have been vloggable, but I didn't vlog what was vloggable. But the biggest delays weren't vloggable. See, look at that. This guy's gonna get me home in like 5 minutes. What should have been a 5-minute ride there turned into a 35-minute ride, and it wasn't even door-to-door transit's fault. I'm not going to go into details, but it was an experience. Yeah, we'll talk when I get home. Damn it. I have got to put a label of some kind on this key so I know which key to put in this stupid lock. You can try putting the wrong key in the right lock for eternity, and it's never going to work. Alright. I'm at home. That's over with. Door-to-door transit is a pain in the ass. I'm the first person to admit that. But the harder you try to manipulate it into going your way, the worse you make it for everyone. Let's just summarize what I just went through like that. I don't think this person understood how the system works, and I'm right with her. It's a pain in the ass. But what people need to understand is that you have to acknowledge and admit that it's a pain in the ass and either just put up with it or decide how you're going to lead your life so you can afford to not have to put up with it. Because you can't force things to go the way you want them to. And I mean, I have been taking door-to-door transit for what's this been? 14 years, and I don't think I have ever made it work the way it worked for that person today. Really, it wasn't supposed to. Whatever, I'm not going to spend whatever limited amount of time I have left analyzing and micro-analyzing all of that. I'm not going to waste my time or yours going through all that. I have never gotten door-to-door transit to work the way that person just happened to make it work that time. I don't know the ins and outs of that story. All I know is what happened while I was on the vehicle never happens to me, because I never even tried to get door-to-door transit to work that way. What is all tangled up here? I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to do this quick grocery haul and then get back to editing. A couple of things of pasta. These are these ready-to-eat pastas, because that's what Walgreens has, and I was out of pasta, so I needed something. Little bottles of water, because those are perfect for if I just need a little thing of water to throw in my purse. Prune juice, which I was like 100% out of. Fiber One bars. I like the Nature Valley oatmeal squares, but I don't know if my store is going through a phase or what's going on. I either like get the last box or two, or it's an empty shelf in the store, or an empty spot on the shelf. So I ended up, today I was completely out and they didn't have any more, so I was like, all right, let's substitute something. I need something. And box of popcorn. It was about getting what I was low to out of this week. And in the rush of the moment, thinking about how my door-to-door transit ride was now going to be here any second, and I needed to get checked out before they showed up, and I wasn't anywhere near waiting where I would like to be. I didn't even think about points, so it's alright. That came to $22, but I mean, if I'd been in the couponing frame of mind, or, you know, maximizing, save money a little bit frame of mind, I could have gotten it all for like $11, but I was too rushed to think about it. I wasn't there for deals. There really weren't a lot of good deals. There weren't any good deals this week as far as I was concerned personally. And that whole door-to-door transit situation just kind of screwed me up. And I was trying to do too much at the same. I was trying to cram 2 door-to-door transit trips into one afternoon. And that's tough. Well, anyway. It all worked out. Now I have over an hour to relax for a little while, edit, and then go to Starbucks and eat a sandwich, which I'm going to be so ready for. I could eat a sandwich now. And just sip on some maybe water or hot chocolate, I'm not sure which. And just, I might even bring my laptop and do some editing. Because I've got a whole morning now, half an afternoon worth of vlog to edit. And then I get a window of 4:30 to 5 and they show up at 4:25. I wish I could place this mobile order now, but this app has a history of not working very well en route, so whatever. And when your ride shows up earlier than you expected to, you don't have time to get your laptop ready, so I won't be editing at Starbucks today. I'll just be sitting there eating a sandwich, trying to relax. By the end of it, probably wishing I could have gone home already, but that's just the way it tends to happen. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick eat with me. I don't know how many minutes I have left. I have no idea at this point, but I'm just gonna do this, and whatever I have to edit out to make room for it, I'll edit it out. Oh my goodness, I needed this. I need this. Grilled cheese sandwich. Call it a late lunch, call it an early dinner, call it whatever you want. I call it, I needed to eat. But if the app would have had its way, I wouldn't have gotten this stuff. Stupid thing. Has anyone been having problems with the Starbucks app, or is it just me that's been so privileged with this technological bullcrap? I placed this mobile order. I tried to. First of all, it told me all that cost for like $3. I'm like, that's too good to be true. Well, it was too good to be true because this app is too stupid to tell me what's true. I tried to place this order and it said, you're asking for stuff that the store doesn't have. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because actually, the app has pulled the sold out at this store thing before. And I checked with the people who worked here, and they said, I don't know what the app thinks it's talking about. We've got that. So when it said, you're asking for stuff that this store doesn't have, it didn't say that in those exact words. It said, unfortunately, this store isn't carrying some of what you're asking for at this time or something. Well, at this point, I heard that my attitude was whatever app. I mean, is that really true? So I went up to the counter. I said, I don't really trust this app. Why don't you tell me what needs to be substituted? And I'll come up with a substitute. I mean, what are you really out of? Because it said, the store doesn't have what you're ordering or what you're wanting to order. You want to continue without these items or go back? I'm like, go back. The would have been mobile order was showing on the screen. I went up to the counter. I'm like, what do you have and what don't you have? She's looking at my phone. She's like, okay, the app is claiming we're out of this. That's ridiculous. We're not out of that. The app's telling you we're out of this. We are not. She's like, yeah, I don't know why the app's telling you that we don't have these things, but we do so I'm going to go ahead and get them ready for you. I ended up paying in store through the app, so whoever watches over the challenges should know by now that the challenge that I was trying to complete has been completed, but get a clue app. I mean, really? Has anyone else been having this problem lately? I mean, I love the concept of a mobile order, but if you're not going to let me mobile order stuff just because, for whatever stupid reason, you are reading one inventory sheet and the store is reading a completely 3 million times different inventory sheet. It's one thing if they're truly out of something and then I'll say, all right, what do you have? I'll try to come up with something that you tell me that you do have that I want. But when you've got what I'm asking for and the app's just playing stupid, then well, that's not a game I'm willing to play. Has that happened to anyone else lately? When I finally do get home, probably at around 7 o'clock tonight, I am just going to need to get in the tomorrow's a work day. I have to get myself at my best for work mode. I'm finally home. I am going to need to, like I might have said earlier, I'm going to need to think about being at my best for tomorrow, not editing every minute of this vlog. So I'm going to just wrap this up here, as a matter of fact. I'm going to wrap it up here. Wasn't a bad weekend, but I've got a week ahead and I got to be ready for it. So thank you for watching. Please follow me on Twitter, or if you really want to, on Facebook. If you're blind or visually impaired and wish you had sighted assistance on demand, check out IRA. That just might be how you can get some. If you believe that when disabled people find the right job, they should actually keep it, sign the Walmart Preserve Disabled Door Greeters Jobs petition. If you believe 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time is too much to ask for a new YouTuber, sign the Do Not Demonetize petition. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.